And I have to, oh, I gotta go fix this.
This is I'm in masterclass.
Hmm.
Okay, you're in. Okay, I'm letting you go.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Bye. I'm turning you off because I don't turn that down. Turning that down. Okay, I'm on. I don't see. Yeah. I don't see it. Hey Debi, masterclass. Okay, I don't see me on masterclass, but we'll see. Let's go here. Oh my God, no, that's there. Wait, no, we want to get out of this. Oh. There. There's my room. Okay, I'm doing it. Wonder why it's not on here. Well, let's see. It will come up, give it some time. Really, you think so? I don't know. Okay. I don't see it. I see puppies. Oh, we are not doing that tonight, girls. All right, there it is on there. It's not coming up on this. It doesn't like me. Oh, don't start favoring me a million times, please. Hi, everyone. I hope you're excited to be here. I don't see who's here. Oh, hi, Nancy and Cece for your help. And Carol, I am ready to show you what I've got. Hopefully. All right, there I am. How about that? Okie doke. There you are, everyone. Hello, everyone. I am so glad you're here. I'm here, you're there, and we can get started. It's a wonderful thing, technology. It's a wonderful thing. But when it doesn't work, you want to take that and throw it right out the window, because that's about what I was going to do. But I'm not going to do that now. My name is Debbie, and I am from Just Peachy Designs. I'm in Lori Jacobs' classes. I've been with her probably for maybe 4 years. And I'm shooting this down because I don't have my little thing razor up and down working, so you can get a better picture of everything I'm going to show you. We are going to make lollipops. Here's my lollipops today. Now, this is a lollipop wooden. Goes on here. Here is one I've already glued on. We're going to glue this on here, and then I'm going to show you how to use this roping. I will have my supply list for you guys because it's quite extent with what I use for all my little goodies here. But this is one we're going to make, and hopefully if I have time and I'm not too crazed from everything I've went through, we're going to show you how to do these little marshmallow things that are really cute that you can use on your designs. And I can't show you now because I've lowered this. So I'll show you after. I put it in a wreath so you can see, you know, how you can take them and use them as your attachments in wreaths. And they go in really nicely, I will tell you. These go in really nicely because all you got to do is, if you're putting them in a wreath, is like slap them. I did put them in an evergreen, so they go in much easier that way because you can use the evergreens to attach it, or you can, you know, put a staple through it. And I use this type of thing like this on the back to be able to attach it in your wreath with some glue. All right, So now, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to put this on. Now, I use this Stick Fast. This is a glue I get from Amazon, and it doesn't stick fast, but it sticks. But you got to be kind of careful because you'll end up with your fingers being stuck, is what I have seen. So, we're going to put a little bit here. I just kind of make a little stream that goes around. And hopefully I don't get my fingers stuck in it tonight, which I have done before. And then I use a little bit of the hot glue just so it can stick it. Now, you want to make sure you don't get your hot glue stuck in the glue, because if you do, then you're going to have to turn it up pretty high to burn it off, so that, so I think I got a little bit in there too. I just put it around so it will stick on there. And when I'm putting it on here, I kind of just flip it over, and I kind of put where the swirl, this little thing right here, is kind of in the middle, okay? And where I've got kind of even on both sides, kind of like this. And it might squish through a little bit, you know, your hot glue, but that's okay because you're going to be sticking hot glue all over this anyways, and it's not going to make you any difference at all. And I'm going to take this and set this over here. So you're not going to be able to see it. That is a little crooked, but it'll work. And I'm going to use, this is what I call glitter roping. I found this on Amazon. Amazon, you can get 10 yards of it, and I'll have the link for that. And you can also get it on Temu, but with them, they send you, you can't get it, they send you 1 yard, and it's like in little packages like this. And it's not, you know, I mean, it's okay. I use probably about 1 yard of each color. We're going to be using 3 colors, but I really do like it where I can get the 10 yards of it. Because I never, you know, I use this for a lot of things. I used it with my pumpkins. I've used it with some of the balls that I make, because it really kind of glitzes it all up, as you can see. These are really kind of glitzy ditzy. So, start out, we're going to bring over the little glue gun. And I use, this one is Sure Bond, and it's the, let's put the top on this so I don't end up spilling it. And it's got the different tips on it. And I like this gun because I do a lot of attachments, and it's got the small tip where you can have it, it comes out, you know, less. And especially when you're doing balls or anything like that, you need something where you don't have the glue gobbing out on you. I love this gun. It's expensive, but it's worth, for me, it's worth everything that I do because I use it so much. And it comes with, the tips are extra, and it comes with, I think, 4 different tips. I really only use one of the tips, but it's great for all of this. So, now, we are going to start with, I'm going to do another one on here. Let's glue this on here. Let me see. How do I want this to come out? Now, when I first got the wood, let's start over again, because now I've got to calm down now from all my excitement with my Wi-Fi. I paint this with white paint, and I just use regular old white paint. I have Apple. I think I got that at Walmart. I paint on the front and the back of both of these, so then when you're done, because we're going to be putting stuff on the back of this. So now let's get a little bit on here of this super wonderful glue that sticks everything marvelous. And I use a lot of this. And I got this, Cece's the one that got me hooked on this. I think Hardworking Mom uses the same one. It's very good. Try not to get my tip in there. And I got to loop it on my fingers. let's see, I think I'm going to go this way. Stick it down into the middle of it. And then I usually take it and flip it over. Just hold it down for a few minutes so that the hot glue will get it stuck. And then some of it will come out, but it's not going to make any difference. So now this is going to be white. So we are going to go with purple. And any of your the round surface, it's a wood. This is a wood lollipop. This is a lollipop. This is a swirl, and that's what I'm gluing it to. We're going to be doing, our colors are going to be the purple, and then the white, and then we're going to go with the pink. Now, the one thing I will tell you, when you get, everybody's pink color is a little bit different. This one has more of a, has a purpler one. I have another one over here. This one is not as purple, or it's more pink, but there's nothing you can do about that. You know, they say pink, and when you get it, it's what you got. So, I usually will take the tip of this and I'll cut it like on an angle so that when I'm sticking it in there, it kind of sits kind of flat. And then I'll start, let me see what I got to turn this up just a pinch, only because I think I got some glue on it from the fast glue. And most likely that's from China, because Stick Fast is the name. And it doesn't really tell you what it will stick. And then I just take it and I kind of push it in there. And then just, and you have to realize that this is, what this is made out of is just a plastic tube. And then they have glitter all over it. I just run it around the edge. And then I stick it up as close as I can to the wood cylinder, I guess. I'll call it a wood cylinder. And just bring it around as close as you can to that. Bringing it in. Just like that. Usually goes pretty quick. These aren't, you know, probably the stages of letting things dry is probably your biggest thing. Then I stop there. Now we're going to put the white in. Yeah, it's glitter rope tubing. This stuff is like wonderful. And they do sell it on Amazon, and you can get it in the 10 yards. But Temu had the better selection of the colors. So that's why I got some from them. And then I got some from Temu. They had more. I think the selection of colors was just a little bit better. And I'm going to take this and kind of shove that in the end. Then you just go right next to your side there for your next color. And Lori's the one that I got the lollipops from, so you can get that from her store. And I just shove it in there right next to it as close as you can get it. And, I mean, you don't really have to push it. The last one you push down more because you're fitting it all into this little area here. Just go around. And I end it there. See, and it's like flat. You push it down where it's flat to the wood of the little cylinder. Yeah, it's like a little PC and PVC. Well, it's like the tubings that they use for, they're clear. And now we're going to use the pink. Now this is the length of what you get from Temu. It's like a yard. Now this one is the one that you got to use a little bit of muscle to get it in there and stick it down, but it will fit because it's just plastic and it's, you know, bendable. See, so you have, that's how you get your little swirly do. Just take it around. Just pushed it down there. And you want your heat on your gun to be hot enough where it kind of mushes it all together, you know. See, and you have it, and it's like this. God, the colors don't do it justice on this. It looks like it's really light, but it's not. This is like a lavender. This is a white. So now we're going to come around this area. Let's see how much. And when I bring it around here, I kind of stretch it, you know, so that you can get the most out of it. Might have got this a little bit off center, but it will all work out. Then we'll bring the white in. You just follow it around till you know, to the end of the board. Because it's like a swirl, and it will end up, you know, probably like this one looks like. I'm only going to get the white to go around here. Turn that up to 3. Then we'll take our purple, and our purple we're going to run it down to right here, and then we'll shade it off. I cut it, like angle it with my nippers. I probably can bring it a little bit more, because you see when you do the back, I use a diamond dust on it, and bring it down a little bit more. And when I cut it off where, so you can see it's a round tubing, and when I want it to lay flatter, I angle it like a 45-degree angle. So you can see, and I just cut that off. So then this part is, you know, less thick. So then you can stick it down. And it doesn't make any difference if you get a little bit of glue everywhere, because you're not going to see it. You know, and you can peel it right off. I'm just going to hold this for a minute. Hello, Carrot. Let's see. We have Susan. Hello. How is everybody? I'm not sure, but, you know, hey, it all works out. Now we'll bring the pink. And I think the pink is going to end up over on this side. Then I'm going to angle it. Let me see, right there. So then I can just push it down right into the lavender color. And it might, after, it might pop through a little bit, and then you just put just get your glue gun a little bit. And this one has temperatures, as you can see on the bottom part of it right here. And if it's not, because you want that to like mesh into it. And I just turn the temp up so it kind of melts it in. And now we got the white. bring that over to here. Then I'm going to cut it off again. So how are you ladies all doing tonight? I think I feel much better now that everything's working right. I was going to get a little hairy there when I had to get into all the technical parts of the Mevo and all those things. I'm like, no, I don't do that. So now we're going to push that in, the tip of it, and make sure it's all around so you don't have, you know, it doesn't look all lopsided. And later, after it cools, sometimes around the edges it will tip, but just put a little bit more glue on there and really push it in, and it just all comes off nice. Now see how nice that looks? Let's see here. See, lady? Oh God, the color doesn't even hardly show up. The pink doesn't even hardly show up. I don't think I like that. So now we have this. And all of our little gluey stuff is on there. I'm just picking off a few of the glue strings, because now we're going to use the Mod Podge on it, and we're going to put diamond dust on it. And I find that diamond dust, it covers anything that you make, and it just hides any flaws, so you really don't see anything. I'm just taking a few of the strings off from the glue gun. So, I should have. I will do the back of this one to show you. I'm going to put the Mod Podge on, and then I'll put the diamond dust. I use a combination of, this is my used stuff that I've already used, and it's got diamond dust in it, and it's got some of the white glitter. That's from Lori's too. I do like this because it's very thin, so it just kind of gives it an extra type of sparkle on there. And I just use a regular old, I don't know where I got these, but I really like them. And they're not from Walmart, the square ones. I think I might have got these at Hobby Lobby, but I'm not sure. Yeah, what you do, this is, you're going to start your, because I'm going to, I'm not going to do the back on that one. I'll show you how I do the back on this one. And then you put this on pretty thick because you want that diamond dust to stick really well. And sometimes, like if I'm doing a batch of stuff, I will roll it on there because you want a lot to stick. Because, you lose, after it dries and everything, sometimes you lose some of it. Just smooth it out. I put it around the edges too. So you can have a good coverage. And I take this, and I put another little paper down here so that I can just sprinkle it all over. Try to get it heavy, heavy, heavy. See how it sparkles? So that's the back part, and I would finish doing this part of it, of this one, But we're not going to do that so that I can show you the finishing on the top, because then we'd have to have that, I'd have all sticky fingers everywhere. Then I just pour it into here. I would have if I didn't have a lid. Pour it back into my jar because I'll reuse it. And this is more or less like a combination of both glitters are in there from what I've used before. But with this one, I'm going to be using a different brush. Right here. So that I don't get it. I don't really, you know, it doesn't make any difference if you get some of it on here, but I just use a smaller brush so then I can really do the swirly dirls and all of that throughout it. But I should probably put my bow on first. And I make a little bow. I think I'm going to make this one pink. Pinky dink. Do a pinky dink bow. And where did I put my... And I got these. I put this inside the bow. This is from Hobby Lobby, where they sell the stuff for the little Christmas trees. They have gumdrops. I bought the gumdrops, but guess what? I can't find them. And I went back to get some more, and they didn't have any more. Those are really cute. I wanted to put them on the other thing, too, that I was going to make. So, to make my bow that I'm going to use on there, I just make a loop like that. Then I kind of turn it to make another loop so it'll lay nice like that. And it just depends on how big you want it. And then I cut it off here. And then I touch it with the glue so this can harden up while I put the diamond dust and everything on. I just touch it here and there in the back. Hold it a few minutes so it'll set in. And oh my God, I lost. Okay, you're there. Okay. And there's your little bow. We'll set this over here and that can harden up so that we can put our good stuff on here. Now, we're going to Mod Podge this up. And as I said, you want to make it pretty thick because you want it to really stick. You don't, I mean, I went through and put Mod Podge on a second coat, but it never looks the same. It always, you get too much Mod Podge in one spot and then in the other. And it kind of, to me, it looks, when you put the diamond dust on, it looks kind of lumpy. So I just like to put it on quite thick. And if it gets on the roping, it's not a big deal because it just more sparkles. Yes, these are really cute. And I'm going to put some in my shop. And we're going to do this down here. Okay. this on top of, and then we're just going to sprinkle it all over it, nice and thick. And this has the diamond dust and the glitter with it. And you just brush it off. See, and so you're going to have it on the front, the glitter, diamond dust, and you can just kind of take your finger if you think there's some too much on the side. And this is how it ends up looking. And the colors don't even really come up because this is really pretty and really sparkly. Then I usually take this in and I dump it in here. Then we're going to take our little bow that we made. And we're going to glue it right there. Be careful not to get glitter all over myself. And I'm not going to, sometimes I'll take the ends of this and I'll put it down, you know, curl it and put it down, but I'm not going to because that's still wet. Then we'll put a little piece of one of my candies, and these are really cute. They have different shapes, square and round, but we're going to use this one. See, it's like a little round candy. I'm going to stick it in the middle. And this is how this looks. Isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. Very cute. Okay, that's the first little thing I'm going to show you. Let me get all these little goodies out of the way, and then we'll do the next because I'm sloppy. I was painting up this stuff with the Mod Podge. I had it all over me. All over my clothes. I was like, oh my gosh. I can do walls and faux painting, but you gotta give me a big surface. I'm not too good in tight spots. So the next I have is these marshmallow things with all little candies and stuff on them. They're really cute, and I have those in the wreath behind me that I'll show you that looks so cute. And that's, once again, this is done with, these are, I ordered them from, this right here. I ordered them from Amazon, and they're just 4-inch rounds, and these come 2 inches. And I glued them together, and then I painted them with the white paint. Just use, you know, any old paint. You know, I don't know the difference. I don't know. I use Delta. I use this one. It just depends on where I'm at and what's available to me. I don't know if it makes any difference. I'm not that big of a painter. Probably better brands probably is better, but I don't know because I don't paint things. But I'm sure if I did, I would probably decide that I needed something better, better quality. So we are going to, and what I do when I'm doing this, I use I use these skewers to hold it, so when I'm painting it, I can twirl it and do all that and not get it all over. I just stick it in the bottom like this to hold it to paint. And once again, we're going to be putting, you want to put it on thick because you want it to cover. And, you know, sometimes if the marshmallow has a lot of flaws, I'll add paint to the Mod Podge to kind of fill it. But if you put this on thick enough, you can kind of camouflage anything that's, you know, because when you get them, sometimes they have dents, sometimes they don't. Or you could even, if they're really dented up, you could use those, I've used the erasers that you use from Mr. Clean, and you can like shave it. You know, shave off a little bit of the, if it's got a defect. I use it with styrofoam all the time, just to make it smooth. Yes, my balls. I got a new ball that I've got. I've only got a little, I did a sample of it, but it's really pretty. I have to change a couple things. The colors aren't as exactly what I wanted. Christmas, more or less Christmas ornaments. I saw quite a bit of them at Christmas time. This looks pretty thick. So we're going to use this once again. Very upset. I'm at the end of my roll. I have a big roll of this. I'll use the last of it tonight. I'm not a happy girl. And we're just going to twirl it, hold it, twirl it. Get it on there as thick as you can. Voila, now you've got all your, you know, I've got all of the diamond dust. You got to be careful with this, you know, like picking it up with your hands and stuff, because it's little fiberglass things, and I mean, it feels like glass gets stuck in your hand. So you don't want to mess with it too much, because it can cut you. I've cut myself a few times. So that looks like that's on there pretty good. See, and I even kind of covered up where it was, had like a little ridge in it. And I just keep using it over and over until I think I've got it really covered. Because I want it to be thick. Because just from drying in that, it will, you lose some of it. So that's the first step. Now we're going to put on a second. I have a dried one, and we're going to put on the drips, and then we will put on the now with this, I'm going to be putting, I just use, this is Cameo Pink. You can use either color, any color pink. This one is, this is Apple Barrel. I've mixed this in with it. I just, you know, whatever pinks I had. This one is, you want it to be a little bit thick. So I did add, to thicken it up, I used just a little. This one, no. Lisa Pink, no. I used a little bit of this outdoor, it's an outdoor paint, like you put it on glass or something. It's thicker than, but it's too thick to pour on that. I don't think it would, it just, see, as you can see down in there, it's kind of thick. So you don't want that, too thick. So I mixed it in with this so it wouldn't be really, you don't want it to be runny, because if it's runny, you're going to end up with some bad drips. Here we have our little, this is dried, and it's got all the stuff on it already. Now I put sprinkles on, and then I used after I did the sprinkles and let that dry, I have done it where I put on some of these. These are like little candy things that I got from Hobby Lobby. And after the sprinkles are all dry, you can use a little bit of that tacky, this stuff, use it, paint it on with a brush, and then you can sprinkle these on. And you really, to put these on, you need the tacky glue, because otherwise putting them on when you have just with the painted, they won't stick. A lot of them fall out. You might have a few that stick, but that is an extra thing if you want to use that with it. So the first thing I do is I go around the edge of it, so it'll start to drip. Just go around your edges. Oh, I hope I didn't make this too thick. No, I didn't. And it just kind of drips down. Just go up and down, however you want your drips in. There's no rhyme or reason, you know, on how it will drip. And then I put it all over the top of it. And then I take my brush, and you want to really coat it on top too, so that your sprinkles will stick. Just going around the edges with it. Try to smooth it out a little bit. You're not going to really be able to tell if it's smoothed out or not because the sprinkles will cover it. I'm just bringing some down. And you want there to be enough, you know, on it so that the stuff will stick. It doesn't make any difference if it's really smooth or not, because you're not going to be able to tell from the paint. And I bought my sprinkles. I got them off of Amazon. And I just bought the bags come in 50. They have it done in the foreign stuff, and I don't know that. But I just take it and I sprinkle a lot on because I want it to cover. And I use this big thing because then it can all fall in and I don't waste it. Because it is, I don't remember exactly how much it cost. But, I mean, I'm sure I spent quite a few pennies on just what I have here. See, and I'm just going to put it at the top again so that it covers it. And then go around, make sure you got all your little drippy spots covered up. These are really, really kind of simple to make. See, and then you have all your drippies, everything's all covered up with that. I'm going to set that there. The whites are wonderful because you can get all the paint off of you. I need them to make them like in paper towel size for me because I'm messy. Then I put cherries on them. I was going to put some with the gumdrops, but I haven't come across those little babies yet. And then again with this, I got these cherries from Hobby Lobby. They come in a bag. These are $6.99, and they do have their fruit and stuff. It's in the fruit section. They do have that stuff on sale. Okay, and then I am going to put a little spot of my sticky glue because I don't want these to come off. I'm just going to set them on the top and push them in. where did I put that? Wait a minute, I have to get my, what I use for my string. Forgot about my string. I use this. I would really like some pink and white, but I haven't found it yet. But this came from Celebrate. It must have come from Michael's, but I think they sell this at Hobby Lobby too. You can get it there at Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to make a little hook on this. I tie it at the end because this really ravels very easily. So I figure I am using probably, I'm going to go with 8 inches of this because I'll cut it down most likely. And I tie it because it will all come unraveled. What are you guys talking about? Because I've been really engrossed in what I'm doing. Then I put them together to make, I'm going to make like a little loop. And I take my scissors. I got to find a spot without smearing this up. Because usually you wait till it dries. So we're going to put it right here. And I just take my scissors and carve a hole out. Then I will stick it in with this. Hopefully I can do it without smashing up what I'm doing. Don't touch it, Debbie. Don't touch it. Okay, got it in there. I stick it in to the, so it's going to be like that. Then I take a little bit of my tricky glue, stick it in the hole that I've made so it gets all coated up. Then I let it, you know, it has to set, it has to dry. But this is that, and here will be the hook that you can, you know, hook it on a tree, or you can put it, you know, I put these in a wreath with the, with my lollipops. So I'll pull this up so you can see the wreath that I put it in. I got the lollipops right, got this here, I put one there, and I have these here inside the wreath, and it really, really, really is cute. And I don't want to touch it anymore because God knows I'll put my fingers on it. I think I smeared up the side of it. I might have to do a little touch up on the side there that I stuck it in something over on the side. So these two things are I don't want to touch that one because it's really wet. What I showed you guys tonight are marshmallows, lollipops. I'm going to show you how to do the drums. I've done these drums here. How to cover these with faux leather. And also I made ornaments too. With, I put the roping on top of those balls you get from Dollar Tree. And covered them with that to make, you know, to do it just cute. You need some of them drums for your nutcracker. You gotta tell me what colors you want there, girl. And I'll have a, I'll put out the supply list because I mean there's a lot of, you know, a lot of different things, a lot of things you probably already have in your shop, but I mean there are a lot of different things that I used on each one of these. You love my wreath? Thank you, Tracy. Thank you guys for being patient with me tonight. My Wi-Fi went out and then it was just like, oh my God, you know, when I normally, I don't have to do anything. I just push the button and it all goes in. When it doesn't, it's like you freak out. Then I kept thinking, did I push the wrong button? And then when you asked me about the Wi-Fi, I'm thinking, Wi-Fi, what Wi-Fi? But I hope you enjoyed this. I want to thank you all for being patient with me and waiting, you know, for me to get it all my shit together here. But hopefully next time it won't be so bad. Yeah, I will post, I'm going to post that. And if you have any questions on anything that I've done here, all you have to do is just message me and I'll let you know. No freaking out. No, I didn't freak out. The bad thing was that I had changed put the Mevo, usually I have my table the other way and it's in front of me and I can get to it. Well, I decided that because I wanted to have more of a view of just the table, that I put it behind me. So I'm crawling, when you tell me to turn everything off, I'm crawling underneath the table and oh my God, why did I do something so stupid as this? Not thinking I was gonna not have any problems, but it all worked out. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I thank you all for being here. So I'm gonna let you go. Bye.